Wisconsin black bear rescued after 12 days with jug stuck on head. Imagine wandering the woods for nearly 2 weeks with your head trapped in a plastic jug. Impossible to eat, drink, or fully breathe. Yet, this was the harsh reality for one black bear in the Bayfield County area of northern Wisconsin. The animal's struggle drew concern, sympathy, and, as you'll see, a bit of controversy over how such incidents happen in the first place. After at least 12 harrowing days, the black bear was finally able to draw an unhindered breath. On August 3rd, the saga ended at Crystal Lake near Cable, when wildlife specialists from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Services arrived. Their carefully coordinated plan involved safely tranquilizing the animal before expertly cutting away the stuck jug. The bear, now free, was quickly relocated into a lush part of the forest, an area the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, DNR, confidently said has a rich supply of both food and water, essential for its recovery during this season. Jamie Morey, representing the Chequamegon Humane Association, who first brought the bear's plight to attention on social media, shared an emotional update. "Thank you to everyone who refused to give up on her. She's not only survived 12 days with her head trapped, she's alert and in much better health than anyone could have expected. Today, she begins her journey back to the wild, and it's only possible because so many people cared." Public vigilance played a huge part here. The DNR made it clear that tips and sightings sent in by local residents directly contributed to tracking and saving the bear. But here's where things get controversial. Should more responsibility fall on people to prevent this from happening at all? Who's to blame, those who litter? Or is there a lack of wildlife-safe waste management in outdoor areas? And this is the part most people miss. The community's swift action didn't just help one animal. It proves the impact each person can make simply by noticing, reporting, and caring. Yet, some might argue, resources spent on cases like these could be diverted elsewhere. What do you think? Is this a win for animal rescue, or a wake-up call about our habits and the consequences for local wildlife? Should we focus more on prevention or on rapid responses? Let's get into it in the comments. Do you stand with rescue efforts like this, or see another side to the story? Family rescues bear with jar stuck on head in Duluth. Amazing wildlife rescue story. It all felt like a whirlwind. A Duluth family's brave effort to save a bear with a jar on its head. Cable Wis. Northern News Now. For over a week, the Northland community has been captivated by the story of a bear wandering through northwest Wisconsin with a jar stuck on its head. We first heard about this bear being spotted near our property about a week ago. I was chatting with some friends when, to my surprise, she emerged from the woods and started walking right towards me, recounted Eric Donley. He and his nieces were on their way to their family cabin. Initially, we just planned to go up there and tidy things up since we had relatives visiting this week, Harriet Hill explained, adding a touch of irony to their journey. It was amusing how we were discussing bears on our way, and then, on Sunday morning, there was a bear right outside. We honestly didn't expect to see her since she had been in that condition for 12 days, but when we did, we were taken aback and sprang into action, her sister Louisa shared. However, the youngest sister, Charlotte Hill, took a different approach by locking the house doors, inadvertently leaving her uncle outside. Everything happened so fast. I thought it was a good idea to lock one of the doors, but I ended up locking him out, and he had to dash to the other side, Charlotte said, reflecting on the chaos. Donley reached out to Bayfield County, which then contacted the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, Wildlife Services, and the Department of Natural Resources, DNR. He understood the importance of keeping the bear close. The bear had been spotted numerous times over the past few weeks, but by the time help arrived, she was always gone, Donley noted. So I thought if we could keep her on our property, calm and not wandering, the USDA would have a better chance of reaching her. According to the Wisconsin DNR, the bear had traveled nearly 50 miles. Donley kept a safe distance while following the bear, speaking to her and waving his arms, while his nieces stayed behind to communicate with the county and USDA. It was a bit nerve-wracking discussing such a serious issue with them, Charlotte admitted. Charlotte, who has a pet hamster named Ringo, along with the family dog Otto and 5 chickens, expressed her passion for wildlife. I've always had an interest in wildlife and helping animals, but being part of this bear's rescue was truly an incredible experience, she said. Thanks to their quick actions, the bear was saved. The USDA team arrived, tranquilized the bear, removed the jar, and prepared her for relocation. She was in much better condition than we anticipated, Donley remarked. That was comforting to see. However, capturing a wild animal is no easy feat. It often comes down to luck, and we just happened to be in the right place at the right time. While some may attribute this to luck, Donley has a background with bears. He shared, "I've had the privilege of participating in bear research with the Visible Heart Lab at the University of Minnesota and the Grand Rapids DNR. I was fortunate to have a few outings with them and handle some bears before, which made me more comfortable in this situation and deepened my desire to help her." The family was astonished that the bear survived and felt grateful to have played a part in her rescue. 12 days without food and very little water is quite impressive for a bear, Harriet noted. Being involved in her recovery was not just exciting, it was something we can genuinely feel proud of. As for the bear, Donley reported that she seemed to be recovering well after her relocation. While she was in the transport, we sprinkled some water on her, and she perked up, raising her head to soak in the sunlight. She was licking the water as we sprayed it on her. It might sound funny, but you could see her visibly relax, and she appeared quite content, he described. The DNR confirmed that the bear had no injuries and was able to drink water by dipping her head into it. Due to her inability to eat, she weighed only 70 pounds, significantly less than the typical 100 to 150 pounds for a 2-year-old female at this time of year. The bear was relocated to a safe, wooded area abundant with food and water, allowing her to recover in northern Wisconsin. Experts believe that her best chance for survival lies in the wild, where she can feed on natural resources. The DNR and USDA Wildlife Services expressed their gratitude to the public for reporting the bear's movements, emphasizing that these timely alerts were crucial for the success of the rescue operation. What do you think about the role of the community in wildlife rescue efforts? Do you believe more people should get involved? Share your thoughts in the comments.